Welcome to another captivating adventure with VueX. This time, we're ditching the concrete jungle for something a little more exotic. We're headed to the Seychelles. Over the next 7 days, we're gonna island hop our way across this paradise, hitting up hidden beaches, diving into crystal clear waters, and soaking up enough sun to last us through the next polar vortex. So grab your sunscreen, your sense of adventure, and let's get this show on the road. All right, folks, we've landed. Stepping off the plane in Mahé is like stepping into a postcard. We hopped in a cab, which, by the way, set us back about 500 Seychelles rupees, and made our way to the hotel. Speaking of the hotel, we managed to snag a pretty sweet deal, around $150 a night for a cozy little bungalow right on the beach. After dropping our bags, we couldn't resist hitting the streets. First stop, the Victoria Market. This place is a sensory overload in the best way possible. Fresh fish, exotic fruits, spices that smell like pure magic. It's a feast for the eyes and the nose. Fueled up, we wandered over to the botanical gardens. Giant tortoises chilling in the shade, palm trees that seem to stretch all the way to the sky. It's like something out of Jurassic Park, but way more chill. As the day winds down, we find ourselves drawn to Beau Vallon Beach. The sand is like powdered sugar. The water is crystal clear and the sunset is so ridiculously beautiful, it feels like a scene from a movie. Day 2 and we're already jumping islands. We caught a ferry to Praslin Island, about 45 minutes and 750 SCR each. Trust me, the views alone are worth the price of the ticket. We checked into our guest house, another steal at around $120 a night, and immediately set off to explore. First up, the legendary Vallée Nature Reserve. This place is like stepping back in time. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site and home to the coco de mer, these massive, kinda suggestive-looking nuts that you won't find anywhere else in the world. After our jungle adventure, we were ready for some beach time, and boy did Praslin deliver. Anse Lazio Beach is consistently ranked as one of the most beautiful beaches in the world, and for good reason. The sand is pure white, the water is a shade of turquoise that seems unreal, and the granite boulders scattered along the shore add a touch of drama. As the sun began to set, we grabbed dinner at a beachside restaurant, fresh grilled fish and a couple of sea brew naturally for about 400 SCR. Day 3 and we're on the move again. This time, we're headed to Digue Island, a place where time seems to move a little slower and the main mode of transportation is by bicycle. The ferry ride from Praslin was short and sweet, about 15 minutes and 300 SCR each. We rented bikes, about 150 SCR for the day, and set off to explore this island paradise. First stop, the legendary Anse Source d'Argent. This beach is the stuff of dreams. Think powdery white sand, giant granite boulders sculpted by the waves, and water so clear you can see your toes even when you're waist deep. After working up an appetite, we cycled over to l'Union Estate, a former vanilla and coconut plantation. We wandered through the old plantation houses, checked out the giant tortoises, and even saw a traditional coconut oil mill in action. For lunch, we grabbed some takeaway Creole curry from a local spot, about 80 SCR each, and enjoyed it under the shade of a palm tree. As the day drew to a close, we hopped back on our bikes and pedaled along the coast, the wind in our hair and the sound of the waves crashing against the shore. Back on Mahé and ready for some adventure. We decided to ditch the beaches for a day and explore the island's lush interior. We rented a car, about $40 for the day, and set off for Morne National Park. This park covers over 20% of Mahé and is a hiker's paradise. We chose a trail that led to the summit of Morne Blanc, a challenging but rewarding hike that took us through dense jungle, past cascading waterfalls, and up to breathtaking panoramic views. After conquering the summit, we were rewarded with views that stretched for miles. Turquoise waters dotted with islands, lush green valleys, and the sprawling capital city of Victoria in the distance. On our way back down, we stopped at Mission Lodge, a historic site with incredible views over the west coast of Mahé. This place was once a school for freed slave children and is now a peaceful spot to reflect and enjoy the scenery. We grabbed some snacks from a local vendor, about 60 Seychelles rupees, and enjoyed the tranquility before heading back to our hotel. Today, we're diving into a different side of Seychelles, the luxurious side. We hopped in our rental car and headed over to Eden Island, a man-made paradise just off the coast of Mahé. This place is like a playground for the rich and famous, with luxury apartments, a swanky marina, and more high-end shops than you can shake a stick at. We wandered around the marina, gawking at the yachts, and grabbed some gelato about 70 Seychelles rupees from an Italian-style cafe. Even if you're not rolling in dough, Digue Island is worth a visit, if only for the people watching. But the real highlight of our day was yet to come. We hopped on a boat, about $60 each for a half-day trip, and headed out to Sainte Marine National Park. We strapped on our snorkel gear and dove into a world of color and wonder. Schools of fish shimmered like rainbows. Curious sea turtles glided past, and even a few reef sharks cruised by. Don't worry, they're harmless. We spent hours exploring the coral reefs, marveling at the biodiversity, and feeling grateful for the chance to witness this underwater magic. Day 6, and we're all about embracing the slow life. We packed our beach bags and headed to Anse Intendance, one of the most secluded and picturesque beaches on Mahé. This beach is a true hidden gem, a crescent of powdery white sand framed by lush green hills and pounded by the waves of the Indian Ocean. We found a shady spot under a palm tree, laid down our towels, and proceeded to do absolutely nothing. We swam, we sunbathed, we read our books, and we just listened to the rhythm of the waves. It was pure bliss. As the sun began to set, we decided to treat ourselves. We headed to nearby Takamaka Bay Distillery, home of Seychelles' award-winning rum. We took a tour of the distillery, learned about the rum-making process, and of course indulged in a tasting. We sipped on rum infused with local flavors like vanilla, coconut, and pineapple. It was like sunshine in a glass. We bought a bottle of our favorite about 300 Seychelles rupees to take home as a souvenir of our island adventure. It's our last day in paradise, and we're determined to soak up every last drop of island magic. We started our day with a visit to some of Mahé's local art galleries. We wandered through colorful studios, admired vibrant paintings inspired by the Seychelles' natural beauty, and even picked up a few unique pieces to take home as souvenirs. Afterward, we headed to Sir Selwyn Clark Market in Victoria, a bustling hub of local life. We browsed stalls overflowing with fresh produce, spices, and handmade crafts, and chatted with friendly vendors. We grabbed some fresh fruit, juicy mangoes, sweet pineapples, and exotic starfruit for about 50 Seychelles rupees, the perfect snack to enjoy on our last afternoon. We found a shady spot by the harbor, watched the boats bobbing on the water, and reminisced about our incredible week in paradise. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the island, we raised a toast, with our last bottle of sea brew, of course, to the Seychelles. So there you have it, 7 glorious days in the Seychelles. The grand total for two, around $3,500, including flights, accommodation in charming guest houses, delicious local food, and unforgettable experiences. Pack light clothes, sunscreen, a hat, and comfortable walking shoes. If you're looking for a taste of paradise, the Seychelles is calling your name. Until next time, safe travels from your travel buddy, VueX.